Okay. How can I help
Yeah,
you?
so I've had a interesting, I don't know what this, I have no idea what that was. Well, I've had an interesting few years. I got married when I think I was 23, 24. I was dating my wife for about a year before we got married, and we just recently decided to separate.
Hmm.
And I'm not hurt about it. You know, the relationship kind of ran its course. I
Mhm.
learned a lot from the whole experience. I kind of learned that people are the way they are. If you kind of notice, even with younger women, like there's this idea that you can kind of mold them into what you want to be. People
Mhm.
are the way they are. And women kind of play these games where they'll act as though they have kind of interest in your type of hobbies and kind of act as though, oh yeah, I want to like, like ride bikes with you or something. I'm big into motorcycles. And then it turns out once you're married and once they realize like okay things are locked in, they get very complacent, and I think that's part of why the relationship kind of failed.
Mhm.
It was kind of doomed from the beginning, and we just weren't kind of perfect for each other. And yeah, I think being in that kind of situation where you're married and there's a pretty good certainty that you can't just walk out. You know, if things aren't kind of going the way you want them to go, you can't say, I think we're going to part ways. I'm just going to date somebody else. And that kind of makes women complacent. And I've learned marriage is just a bad idea for men. My divorce definitely isn't going poorly. She's not like a terrible person or anything. It was an amicable breakup, so I don't have to pay like alimony. I haven't lost like half my money or anything. So things are going good. Um, uh, as far as life goes, I'm making good money, and I get to keep more of my money because I don't have to support my wife anymore. She's got her own place now. So, yeah, the only thing I kind of wanted to ask you about was like maybe some stuff on hair and some fashion tips, because two things I'm not great with is fashion. I think I look pretty good when I go out on my motorcycles because I am into like motorcycle fashion. Girls always, when I like pull up at a gas station or when I'm stopping at a restaurant or something, I get a lot of compliments from women saying, "Oh, your bike looks really nice," or "I really like your jacket." But I have no freaking idea, like, I don't know, normal people clothes. And I don't know if you could give me any advice on like hair. My thing here is like kind of.
Okay, I got you. But listen. Before we get to that, the looks maxing stuff is surface level things that you can change, right? But we got to talk about the marriage because that's gonna play a huge role
Sure.
into your future relationships. So guys try to like gloss over that. So number one, I always tell guys, right? I say before she even becomes your girlfriend, you got to date her for 2 years. And then guys call me crazy.
I
And
think that's
then this
I
kind of
think
stuff
that's
happens.
sensible.
Yeah. So you were dating her for a year, and then you married her within the year.
Yeah, some of that had to do with it being a long distance relationship at the beginning.
Why
She
were
was
you in a
from
long
Belgium.
distance
I'm from
relationship?
Canada.
Why were you in a long distance relationship?
Well, I actually am diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder. So there's very few people that I'm genuinely interested in. If I were to do everything all over again, knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't have bothered, but I don't regret the relationship. I learned a lot. I grew a lot as a person. And I think some of the really good things that have happened to me
Mhm.
were due to that particular relationship. So I don't regret anything, but yeah, knowing what I know now, unless like there's very, unusual circumstances, I definitely wouldn't, date a foreign woman again, just because like it's a huge hassle.
Gotcha. Okay, so don't get into long distance relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number one, date the woman for at least 2 years before you even make her your girlfriend, because you need to see who she really is as a person.
2 years. So do you mean, like live-in girlfriend, or like, what do you mean by that?
No, like she's my like I would have. She has to be part of my rotation for 2 years for me to deem her a girlfriend material?
Well, that's for you personally. Like again, I actually have diagnosed antisocial personality disorder. There are very few people I'm actually interested in. Like, I love sex, I love women, but you know, dealing with these kind of annoying personalities.
Who said you
Where
had to do? No, I didn't say you had to deal with annoying personalities. Even if
you do
you
to some
found it.
extent. You do to some extent.
Okay, hold up.
Um,
You found one girl that you liked, right?
yeah.
You dealt with her for how many years?
We were married, I think it's been, yeah, I'm 33 now. I think we got married when I was 24. So it's been like 9 years.
Got you. So
Something
you
like
found
that.
one girl that you liked and you stuck with her for 9 years. I guarantee you, bro, there's more than one.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So
I
what I'm trying to say is you could have avoided all of this, whether you have personality disorder or not. Being more patient with your dating life and picking the best woman. Not saying you got to go sleep around, not saying that you got to go date 50 girls. 1 or 2 girls, no more than 3, that you are consistently dating over a long period of time before you pick the one that you consider your girlfriend, because it saves you from all of this stuff. All I'm trying to do is
1 to 2
protect you.
years
Yes,
of like a casual thing. Because
but it's not.
I'm
Listen, hold up. It's not just, oh, she comes over and we fuck. No, we actually date. So your
okay.
rotation girls, you actually date. They're not girls that just come over and then no,
I'm
you
not
actually date them.
right. I'm not particularly familiar with this concept, and
Gotcha.
I think I'm kind of unusual in the sense because usually when I meet girls, the first thing on my mind isn't how will I like make them my girlfriend, get them into bed as quickly as possible. I actually have very low interest in people when I first meet them, and they kind of have to prove themselves to me that, you know, they're relatively intelligent, they share similar interests, they're just kind of a cool, chill person, and like there's just chemistry there. And a
Mhm.
lot of women actually want to make moves really quickly, at least compared to my standards. So they
Okay.
kind of want to get the relationship thing started pretty quickly, like by, you know, second, third date or something. Like they really want, you know, they want me. But for me, like that can take, you know, 2, 3, 4 months for me to really feel comfortable enough with them where, okay, I know who they are, I know kind of where they're at mentally, and then like that's when the actual romantic interest starts to build. I don't know if that dating strategy, like dating, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 girls at once, I don't know, like I don't know if that would really work for me, but I like that's a
Okay.
totally new
It
concept.
doesn't have to work for you. I just gave a suggestion. If you don't want to try it, then no problem. I would just say just be more mindful with the people that you plan on dating. Now let me see the hair. Take out the headphones. All right. So I would say
So,
you probably look better with more hair on your head,
yeah,
right? Just so you can have something you can style it with.
okay.
In terms of fashion, you got to pick a style that works for you, but you got to have that formal look as well. Like you should be able to put together a nice 3-piece suit, nice collared shirts, right? Nice dress pants, loafers, but you can also have that biker look, biker style too. That's part of it. It doesn't have to just be, oh, I'm a biker and that's the only thing that I got going for myself. I can switch it up based on the location, based on where I'm going, so I can look pretty decent. All right.
Yeah, I have not gotten a suit since I was probably 16, 17 when I was doing photography.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a while since I've actually owned any